That is a poor man's Lambo. Here's a Lambo. What the frick? Today I actually saw a Lamborghini. You can't actually believe it. I saw a flippin' Lamborghini within the poorest country that I live, which they call SA. South Africa. Now, that was a poor man's Lambo. I'm not going to blow any smoke and say that guy doesn't have money. He clearly does. That car is 2 million rand, or approximately 100 to 120,000 dollars, depending on where you're living in the world. And while it may not be a Lamborghini Aventador, it sure as hell is a Lamborghini Huracan, which is a very expensive exotic supercar. And today I want to discuss how you could get a Lambo, why you shouldn't get a Lambo, and what it means if you do have a Lambo. Let's get right into it. So the first thing is, how can you get a Lambo? If you earn $10,000, let's assume it's $100,000 to buy that car, and you earn $10,000 every month, which is a lot, 180,000 rand. The average salary is maybe only 30,000. So that times about 5 gives you roughly 150 to 180,000. So he's saying you earn 5 times the average salary within the country that I live, which is, again, SA. That would be $10,000 to get $100,000, 10 months of working. I want you to just sit in your chair wherever you are, and I'm going to count now. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 seconds. Now imagine 10 months of your life doing whatever it takes to earn $10,000 every single month. It's still 10 months of hard, laborious work every single day, just so you can get that car. And that guy just bought it. What do you think he does? Do you think that that man went to school? Do you think that that man's a doctor? Do you think that that man earns enough to afford that car? So today I want to explain something else. Let's explore a topic here. Now, I'm not going to expect you to invest in cryptocurrency or put your money into a share portfolio. Absolutely not. But all I want to say is, if you have a share portfolio, then you're lucky. But what if you have your money in a normal savings account at 5%? Well, I want to tell you some facts and figures, which might shock you. If you earn $1,000, which I'm just going to say is 10,000 rand, 10,000, whatever your currency is, at 5%, you take the total amount of the $10,000, whatever currency, it'll be 1,000 over the year, divided by 12, and that is 41 rand and 80, whatever your currency is. I'm going to use rands. Most people earn 10,000, whatever currency, 10,000 rand, immediately 6,000 to food, 6,000 to rent, 2,000 to food, and the rest of the 2,000 they spend on alcohol and getting drunk over those weeks, and that's their 10 grand. They left with nothing. Then they forced to work again. And again and again, month after month after month. What happens is they get a car. What happens is they rent a house. And then by the end of it, they realize, I just got F by society and by life. How come I have zero money and I'm paying off this car? So if you have 10,000, whatever currency, it's only 41 rand and 80 cents. You know how much a coffee costs in my country? Probably 25 rand. If I earn 10,000 rand, I can only spend 41. I can only buy one coffee. And most people take that 10,000 and they blow all of it. Now, let's extrapolate that. Logically, what if you had 100,000? Well, that's 418 rand. Not too bad. A million, 4,180. And 10 million, you think 10 million rand is a lot of money, which is a little bit less than $1 million, maybe half of $1 million, 700,000, something like that. Well, I've got news for you, my friend. That is only, if we take a million, 1 million first, 4,000. 10 million, my friend, is only 40,000 rand. The average is 30,000. Average salary. You need 10 million rand, just so at a low interest rate, 5%, you earn enough for the average salary in the country. You're probably better off, my friend, just getting that average job and just living off that 30,000. Because how the hell, if you're a normal person like myself or like yourself, are ever going to get 10 million rand? How are you ever going to get there with a normal job? We already explained way back in the beginning that we're earning 5 times the average amount at $10,000 every month. And it's still 10 months to get to $100,000, which is only 1.8 million rand. You got to do that 10 times, 10 years of your life, earning 5 times the average, just to be able to earn a tiny bit above average salary. I believe life's a scam. I've always said it. How the hell does this guy have mother freaking Lambo? You do not understand this. Check it there. I said, How does this guy have? Mother frickin' Lambo. You do not understand this. Nor do I understand this. None of us understand this. I was speaking to a guy called Leah. Don't want to give his name. Let's call him Leah. Leah is a very wealthy man. He owns commercial property, shopping centers, where all of us poor people go and spend our last bits of money. He says every shop pays him 5,000 rand. And there are 100 shops. 500,000 rand. 500,000 rand. Every single month. And he doesn't have to lift a finger. He gets a property management company to do it for him. There are some people living a different kind of life to you and I. And my hope is that with this YouTube channel, I'm able to grow it and expand it to reach more people. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to go back to being a normal person. And maybe, unfortunately, you're also going to. This pen that I have, I didn't buy it from my own work or from my own money. This pen is between 7,000 and 10,000 rand. And the only way I got it was because my grandfather gifted it to me. Because this is a gift. And he got it gifted to him. Because perhaps he didn't have enough money for it. What happened was he had an old friend because he was a stockbroker. And one of his clients gave him one of these pens. And it was engraved. I made another video about how I had my grandfather's mitre struck. But there was a part I left out by mistake. That was that I was then gifted this when my grandfather passed away by my grandmother. And it had that engraving of that client. I didn't know for it. I didn't know it. I didn't care for that client. I didn't know who he was. I took it to the Mont Blanc shop with my mom, and I said, "Sir, at the Mont Blanc shop, please can you help me fix this pen and take off the engraving?" I said, "How much would it be?" A figure, 2,000 rand. I said, "Mom, this is Pa. This is Pa Jack's pen. We have to fix it. That way I can use it and I can feel happy and comfortable using it, knowing that this is my grandfather's." But there are some people who can buy hundreds of these a day and not even blink. Not even blink. And I like to think of societies like that. Within South Africa, perhaps we are a poor country. But think of Monaco. Think of New York. Think of Dubai. Wherever you go, there are people with this kind of money. And being in that city, being in that environment is as if everyone has money. Everyone can go buy 100 of these and slap a Pepsi on their wrist, as I love to say, and wear designer shirts and everything. Because they have so much money. And the world's wealthiest people end up in Dubai. So there's no more poor people. But some people are living a different life. This Lambo that I saw today angered me. It frustrated me that I can't have one. And that you can't have one. It's not about me, it's about you. Why does life have to screw you over? Why can't you have one? Why can't you have 5? Why can't you have 10 and not even blink? So I suppose that the most we can do is try our best, learn from the wealthy people, and just never give up, keep on going. And maybe one day you'll get a Lambo. Is it worth it?